and welcome once again to Luna's Art Archive Project. Today we are in an Isle of Refuge. I don't remember if it's on Kinos or Freeport, doesn't really matter. This is another guildies of mine that I did named Tauriyl. And she got this Isle of Refuge. She loved it because at the time there wasn't very many that had a lot of plants and stuff, and she loves plants and forests and things like that. So she asked me to please decorate this house and try to cover up as much of the stuff that's not plants as possible. And so that's what I did. Because she loved plants, she wanted as many plants as possible. So I started off by putting some grass in here and putting some flowers in a boat. Why not, right? I mean, obviously, that makes perfect sense. But I was just trying to cover up stuff. This house, this would have been after Bunya's and the first installment of Fayomer's house, because I tore that one down and rebuilt it. But around that time, so, and this is obviously before the turtle lair and, you know, all that. So yeah. These are not house actors. These are actually in-game characters that you can get. I think came with this house, actually. So yeah. So covered up that boat. So yeah. So let's start with over here. Some of the stuff she put into, but I did too. So there was some like crates and stuff here. I just tried to put a plant. She put the Othmere, you know, just kind of whatever. This part I didn't really do much with. Yeah. So this is kind of stuff that's always here. Now, I am going to start off with showing you all the main attraction. So if you've ever been to an Isle of Refuge, you know there's a giant tower in the middle here. Well, I done covered it with a tree. I mean, she didn't like the tower. She didn't want the tower used if possible. And so I was like, well, you know, these Vesper trees get ginormous. Like, how about we build a tree? And of course it's multicolored because I love rainbow. That's my favorite color. And it was quite the feat, since I don't use the layout editor, to get these trees to work right. But I was pretty happy with the end product. There is no way to get inside the tower. So it's not like a tree house or anything. So it is literally just a giant tree. She was very happy because then she didn't have to she didn't have to look at that nasty thing that she didn't like. So I put these. I loved these because they were kind of plant-like lights, and they give off a faint glow, not a lot. There's usually a hallway right here, but I covered it up, trying to cover up some of the battlements and stuff like that. Just trying to bring it back to nature as much as possible. Left this pretty much alone, except I added the fire pit. And probably that bedroll, I think. I don't know. So over here, she did want her weapons displayed somewhere, like the things that you find. And so there we go. I have them just kind of out back here. They're just thrown in here basically because that just wasn't my focus with this house. So I made a little shrine to Tenair because of course that's her deity. Put that little thing in there. And then I built this little statue out of these things that she had. Just kind of made a nice little tranquil pool. So, you know, whatever. Basically anywhere where you see rocks and stuff, there was stuff here. And so I covered it with nature, which is what she really wanted me to do. So, yep, just did my best to cover it all with nature as much as I could. All right, so we come out here. This is the beach area. Again, covering something. This is, what is these called? Pagodas, I think. I don't know. My first and only party pagoda. Not pergola. Pergola, maybe. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Awning, whatever. I like these logs for benches. I had just gotten these Othmere tables, and I thought this was so fun that they looked like they floated in the water. And so that's what I did. They're like floating little platforms for the fireworks. And then of course more plants. And any pets that you see around, those are some stuff that she has put in. She wanted her pets to just be able to roam free. And but I added a few things. Put a little tent over here so that you can kind of relax, have a good time. This chest I thought looked like a cooler to have put some beers in or whatever. And so yeah, I thought that was I had a lot of fun making these because it was kind of like I really wanted some nice beach loungers, and so I kind of had to invent them. And I was really proud how that turned out. So I am not exactly happy with how this all turned out, but I'll show you anyways. So again, there is a lot of crates and nasty, stupid looking things on this platform. And so I covered it all up with giant faces. Did my best to cover as much up as possible. Got a little table out here. There used to be a little guy, but he was a pet. And so I had him standing out here as like the bartender because I didn't even know house actors existed at this point. Anyways, he was like a little tub belly wumper or whatever they're called, and he kept sinking through, so we had to finally get rid of him. But yeah, just kind of made a little bar area. So you can't get back inside there and see all the stuff that's in there. Another giant thing right here, and yep, just trying to cover up as much crap as possible. I didn't really do anything with this. The ruins, I didn't really know what to do. I think I think she stuck that statue out here. So yeah, so that's the beach area. Moving on. She had specifically asked that that she wanted to live in a tent for a house. She didn't want an actual house, which was great for me because I'd never built a house at this point. Well, I think I may have built Failmars, but it was a mess. And so the first one. And so yeah, so that's what I did. I built her tents. So this is the little bedroom tent. Sleep on the floor, but not, on the floor. A little bit raised. Of course, see, this is kind of in my early days. Things are floating. She had so many rugs, and so I just threw them all in here kind of haphazardly, like, just a place to get off the wet grass for a little bit. Look at that. That is like hanging, but it's not even on anything. Oh, golly. All right. Favorite painting in the game right there. Just made a little area for her to wash up in the morning. Yep. And then, so this is like the living room / dining room tent. Little dining room with, yep. Just simple, simple, simple. And here's like the little living room area. Very posh. Like, not tent worthy at all. I love this little music box that I made with this table that she had. And then all the books and whatnot. And honestly, she probably had these two shelves. I think a lot of the stuff, except for like the tents and whatnot, like I had, or maybe she even had the tents. I don't even remember, but she had a ton of stuff. And then the little kitchen tent. So, we got a little cabinet for all your stuff. So again, obviously before I started making furniture. And so yeah, just used what was in game, and I think it turned out pretty good. Got a little fire pit and everything. Didn't do anything with the lighthouse, didn't try to cover it up. If I should have made another giant tree, but I had already been through so much. Over here, if I could find it, maybe it was right here. I know. Aha, here we go. Yep, this little area. See, little birdhouse. And then, a place to get water, like a little well or something up here. So, even back then I was still trying to think of some detail. So we can just hop down here to the graveyard. Come on now, Luna. Some of the stuff she added. I think a lot of the stuff over here, there's not much. Just some spooky things and whatnot. I don't think I really did anything over here. And then so we come up to, well, that leads up to the beach. Come up to the witch's house, where I again didn't do much. I wish we could go inside here, but I did add the floating candles on the table and then the books with a couple of these lights and yeah, put that orb out inside the water, which looks weird out there. Dinosaur out there, not much. Just still working on trying to get, learn how to do all this stuff at this point. Put this big plant here. So I decorated this entire house and then realized that there was a cave. So if you don't know, the Isle of Refuge has a cave. And so she had all these mushrooms, and the cave is like, it's got all sorts of crap in it that's not plant life. And so she had all these mushrooms, and I was like, you know what? We're going to make a mushroom cave. So again, all the mushrooms in here are basically covering up stuff that that is in here, that does not need to be in here. Like this was like I don't know, like a big wooden thing back here, and I just covered it all up with mushrooms, and yeah, made it more to her liking, where it was like all the plants and stuff, even though mushrooms are a fungus, whatever. Okay, so I think there's one last place to show. A lot of these extra trees and stuff she has added just to make, just make it look a little bit more full. And then I think there's like a giant egg or something over here that she also added. I don't know what that's all about, but we'll just keep flying. Yeah, see, I don't. She added that. She likes it. Whoops. Am I going the right way? I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm at. Or that. Yeah, I don't think I'd added that. I think that's something that she added. Boy, that thing gets big. Okay. So, here we go. So, as you remember, there's the tree drawing in. This is that wall that I covered up. It was like battlements or whatever. And so down here, that's what is underneath here. It's like these spiked wall type things. And so I was pretty proud of myself how this turned out, how it was like this mound. I'd never done anything like this before, and it was very technically difficult. Look, you can even see some of the spikes sticking out here. But yeah, I just wanted to build, try to cover up all that stuff as much as I could. And so yeah, so that's it. That is the whole house. Not much. It was a huge project for me technically. Building that tree, building that mound, all stuff, I had never done before. But still a lot of fun. And even though this is not posted on the leaderboards, it's still, one of my favorite houses that I am proud of. So, alrighty. Well, thank you for joining me for another installment of Luna's Art Archive project, and I hope to see you in the next one.